Is there a posthumous right to privacy? Can someone's dignity, identity, or reputation be protected even after their death? Hello, I'm Ruchi Bhattar and you're watching The Print. And even though various courts have held in the previous cases that there exists no right to privacy or personality after the death of an individual, this question is now being litigated before the Madhya Pradesh High Court. To be released this Friday, Yami Gautam Dhar and Imran Hashmi's upcoming film Haq has stepped into the courtroom before the box office. Shah Banu's daughter Siddiqa Begum Khan has petitioned the Madhya Pradesh High Court claiming that the film violates her late mother's right to privacy and distorts her public image. Representing her, advocate Tausif Warsi argued that the producers cannot escape liability simply by changing the names of characters. He told the court that the right to privacy recognized by the Supreme Court's Puttaswamy judgment extends to protecting one's reputation and family dignity, which cannot be tarnished under the guise of creative freedom. The producers, however, maintain that Haq draws from publicly available sources, the 1985 Supreme Court judgment itself, and journalist Jigna Vora's book Bharat Ki Beti. To understand why this film has stirred such emotions, let's go back to the Shah Bano case, a turning point in India's debate on women's rights and personal law. In 1985, Shah Bano, a 62-year-old Muslim woman from Indore, sought maintenance from her husband after he divorced her through triple talaq. The Supreme Court, however, ruled in her favor, holding that a divorced Muslim woman is entitled to maintenance under Section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code if she cannot support herself. The ruling asserted that secular law takes precedence over personal law in matters of maintenance, sparking a nationwide controversy. Political pressure soon led to the enactment of the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986, which effectively overturned the judgment. Shah Bano's name became a symbol of a woman's fight for dignity and of the politics that followed. But decades later, her story is again at the center of a different kind of debate, this time about whether the right to privacy lives or dies with a person. What is right to privacy in India? The Supreme Court's 2017 KS Puttaswamy versus Union of India judgment recognized privacy as a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. It said privacy includes control over personal information, bodily autonomy, and the freedom to make intimate decisions. However, the law remains silent on whether this right continues after death. Can the dead or their families claim that privacy or reputation has been violated? Indian courts have faced this question multiple times, from Veerappan to Jayalalitha to Sushant Singh Rajput. In the 2007 Veerappan case, the Madras High Court dealt with a serial based on the Forest Brigand's life. The court held that unauthorized portrayals can be restrained only if they harm the living relative's reputation or mental peace, not merely the deceased's image. In 2019, Jayalalitha's niece, Deepa Jayakumar, approached the Madras High Court seeking to stop films and web series about the late Chief Minister's life, including Thalaivi and Queen. The court refused, holding that the right to privacy ends with the individual's death, though relatives can still sue for defamation if their own dignity is affected. And in 2021, the Delhi High Court dismissed a plea by Sushant Singh Rajput's father to stop the release of the film Nyay, the Justice. The court made it clear that rights to privacy, publicity, and personality die with the individual. Freedom of expression, it said, allows dramatization of the information already in the public domain as long as it doesn't cross the line into defamation. In a sense, in India, personality and publicity rights aren't governed by a single law. They stem from tort, contract, or intellectual property principles. Using someone's likeness or name for commercial gain without consent can be challenged as misappropriation, but creative works inspired by public events or public figures often fall within the ambit of free expression. And that's the heart of the current debate between creative liberty and the dignity of the dead. The Shah Bano controversy has therefore reignited a deeper question. Should privacy and dignity die with the person, or does memory too deserve protection? With that, thank you for watching.